guys. We are back. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. As always, it is so great to see you. And friends, it's that time of the year. For many, they're saying, hell yeah, they're thrilled that it's that time of the year. And of course, I'm talking about it's the end of 2020 as we get ready to transition into 2021. But first, you hear that noise? Yeah, it's raining. I make a point of it because we hardly ever get any rain, and also because I have to level with you, I'm a little bit excited. You see, a week and a half ago, while over at REI, my son got a new red sled that he's been itching to get up into the mountains and to go sliding within. But the downside here in Southern California, there has been next to no rain, which means the mountains have very little snow. So with all this rain that we're getting down here, and it's rather cold outside, it means up in the higher elevations, there's to be some pretty awesome snow up there. So maybe this weekend, I think, may get some snow time in. But friends, a few weeks ago, in another video, I noted that we had around 1,000 subscribers on this channel about this time last year. But now we have crossed the 10,000 subscriber threshold, and that is, friends, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you all that have decided to join the Photography Talk family and spend each week watching these videos. Guys, I'm truly humbled that you've chosen to hang out with me each week, and I'm incredibly appreciative for your support. Now, I think it goes without saying that 2020 was a bit of a challenge. But rather than dwell on everything that went wrong, guys, I want to focus on the silver lining that popped up over the course of the year. And I also want to look ahead at the possibilities of what await us in 2021. One thing that came out of 2020 for me was the increased focus on creating content, like what you're watching. Guys, when the pandemic hit, I found myself with a little bit more time on my hands than I normally have, so diving into content creation seemed like really a good use of my time. And while crossing over 10,000 subscribers is a huge, epic pride for me, I'm even more proud of the knowledge and the skills that I've gained that have helped me become, or rather, create better content for you folks. And I have to admit, when I look at some of the videos that we put out on this channel back in the early parts of this year, or when we first got this thing going, guys, I cringe, but that's okay because this has been a learning experience and a valuable one. And as a result of being able to spend so much time creating YouTube content, friends, I feel like I'm in a much better place in terms of quality of videos that I'm able to put out. And that is my big silver lining for 2020. On top of that, I've had plenty of time to learn more about photography, videography, and business in general. And, even though I've been in the industry for 17 years and building online brands for the last 24, there is so much more to learn. This year provided me with the opportunity to dive in to continue my education so I could start 2021 in a right foot. And I'm grateful for having the chance to do that. Like me, I'm sure 2020 gave you guys a lot of time to reflect, recalibrate, redirect, and learn new things. As the year comes to a close, I hope you can look back onto what you've learned and how you've been able to improve yourself over the course of this year. I also hope you can take what you've learned and count on that as a newfound strength. Think of the new year as a chance to use those strengths to take better photos, create better videos, provide better services for your clients, and generally make 2020 a great year. Now, one of the things that sticks out as a silver lining from 2020 is that I was able to get out on a few adventures and bring you guys along for the ride. Now, our Photography Truck and Adventure series have been a lot of fun to fill, and I'm really, guys, truly grateful for having the opportunity to get out to places like Glamis, Joshua Tree, Lake Kushima, and of course my best buddy, co-pilot Caleb, got to come out on some of these adventures, and there's nothing better than that. But really, guys, at the end of the day, there were many more adventures that simply did not happen because of COVID lockdowns, raging wildfires here in Southern California, and one incident, a problem with my Jeep. But that just means there are more Photography Truck and Adventures to be had in 2021. And speaking of 2021, my team and I have a really fun and exciting calendar put together for upcoming videos. Now, we're going to have more tips, we're going to have more tutorials, more gear reviews, and of course, more Photography Talk episodes. We're also embarking on a new video series of success interviews with professional photographers. We recently published our first YouTube success interview with Wayne Chazen, followed by Rob Morrow, whose photography careers span, guys, better part of 5 decades combined. So if you missed either of these, check out the description below to a link to either of those videos. Now, these success interviews are a lot of fun to do. It's really interesting to hear the different journeys that professional photographers take to get to where they are today. And of course, picking the brains of some of the most talented photographers in the world is really, really inspiring stuff. And while on the subject, if you'd like to be featured on one of our success interviews, guys, leave a comment below, or better yet, send me a message on the Photography Talk contact page. These interviews are all about your journey and your experiences. We simply give you the stage to share it in a way that is, of course, going to inspire others. And of course, I also hope to be taking many more photography trek and adventures in the new year. The Jeep has come a long way and is really ready to rock now that I finished up a few of the last customizations. And hell, the Turtleback trailer, well, that sucker was pretty much ready to go right from the day I picked it up in Arizona. Now, we've got several adventures to tackle that were postponed from 2020, and we also have plenty of new adventures in the works. So, man, 2021 is setting up to be one hell of a ride, and hey, I hope you stick around and join me for those in the new year. Now, I know it might be a little difficult to get excited for the new year given, let's call a spade, what we're all going through right now. And while the pandemic is likely going to rule our lives for probably a good part of 2021, if we can focus on the silver linings and on the possibilities of what the new year holds, we can find the energy and the inspiration we need to make the most of the new year. And friend, I have been incredibly inspired by your support this year. All the likes, the comments, the subscriptions have been fuel for me to forge ahead and create better content and more content. As 2020 comes to a close, guys, I want to make a pledge to you. I'll work my ass off to bring you the best possible content that I can. Again, I'm honored and humbled for all the support in 2020. I can't wait to get 2021 started and bring you guys even better experiences. Closing this message off, friend, have a safe, healthy, and happy new year. Now, it always seems so cliche to say, well, I'm going to see you next year. Well, I'm not going to go there, although I think I just did. But I will say I will see you in 2021. And now, my friend, you get out there and create your best shot.